For years, we've all been told the same story. Cash is on its way out. We tap, we scan, we live in a digital world. But what if that whole story is just wrong? Today, we're going to dive into the absolutely surprising comeback of cold, hard cash and the incredible data that backs it all up.
So, the cashless society. It kind of feels like it's already here, doesn't it? I mean, with the convenience of just tapping a card or your phone for pretty much everything, it's been so easy to believe that physical money is about to become a museum piece.
And that's the line we've been fed for years, right? From tech giants, financial experts, pretty much everyone. Cash is dead. But what if the actual numbers, the hard data, tell a completely different story?
Okay, get ready for this, because it's a real head-scratcher. New data from Nationwide shows a mind-blowing 4.2 billion pounds were taken out of their ATMs last year. And that's not just a big number. That is a new record, a new all-time high. So what in the world is going on? Why are people suddenly pulling out more cash than ever?
And look, this wasn't some random fluke or a one-off event. Let's actually follow the money and look at the trend that's driving this incredible comeback.
See, this isn't a sudden spike at all. It's a slow, steady, consistent climb. For 4 years straight, the number of cash withdrawals has just gone up and up and up. That shows a really clear and undeniable pattern.
And it's not just that we're visiting ATMs more often. Nope. We're also taking out more cash every single time we go. The average amount pulled out jumped from 113 pounds to 120 pounds in just 1 year. That tells you this is a deliberate shift in how we're thinking about our money.
Okay, so the data is crystal clear. Cash is back. But why? Well, it really boils down to two huge reasons. One is all about us, our psychology, and the other is about a massive change that's happening on every high street in the country.
All right, first up, the human factor. Think about it. In this world of invisible, tap-and-go transactions, the simple act of actually holding physical money in your hand, well, it gives you a powerful sense of control over your spending.
And this is where you really see a key motivation. For 13% of Brits, we're talking 7 million people here, cash isn't just an option, it's a vital tool for budgeting their money and actually being able to save.
And this quote from the research just nails it, doesn't it? When you physically have to hand over notes and coins, you feel that expense. It's real. It's a feeling you just don't get when you tap a piece of plastic. It makes you think twice, and it makes saving feel tangible.
But this isn't all just in our heads. The second reason is a massive structural shift that's reshaping the country's high streets as we speak.
Yeah, this is all about the changing face of banking itself. As local bank branches just vanish, the way we rely on the few that are left and, crucially, their ATMs is changing in a big way.
And the sheer scale of this change is, well, it's staggering. Over 6,500 bank branches have shut their doors for good since 2015. To put that in perspective, that's like 53 branches closing every single month, month after month.
Let me put that another way for you. Two-thirds of the entire UK bank branch network from just a few years ago is now gone. So when you can't just pop down to your local branch anymore, what do? You start relying way more heavily on ATMs for everything.
And here's the aha moment, straight from Nationwide's Director of Retail Services. The rise in ATM use is directly exacerbated by the disappearance of bank branches. It makes perfect sense, right? People have to plan ahead. They're taking out more cash, but less often, because their access to it is literally shrinking.
So what happens? Well, the few branches left have basically become these essential community hubs. For 135 communities, Nationwide is literally the last bank in town. And get this, withdrawals by people who aren't even customers are up. It just goes to show you these ATMs aren't just serving one bank's clients anymore. They're serving entire towns.
Okay, so let's put it all together. The personal need for budgeting and these huge structural shifts in banking. What does this comeback really tell us about the future of physical money?
All right, let's boil it all down. Here are the three big takeaways. First, anyone who said the cashless society was just around the corner was clearly jumping the gun. Second, for millions of people, cash is still an absolutely essential tool for managing their finances. And third, the disappearance of banks is forcing all of us to rely more and more on the few ATMs left behind.
So here we are, right back where we started, but with a totally different picture. The story of cash, it turns out, isn't one of a slow, inevitable death. It's a story of incredible resilience and adaptation. And it leaves us with one last big question. Has the report of Cash's death been greatly exaggerated? Well, based on the numbers, the answer seems to be a huge, resounding yes.